You downloaded Topo Maps Plus, you opened it, and immediately you thought, that's a lot. Hey, don't get overwhelmed and close the app. I'm going to show you the most useful features in the exact order you'd use them to plan a real trip. So you go from, I downloaded it, holy cow, to, I've got this, I love it, and I can't wait to hit the trail. I'm Matt, and I guide wilderness trips across the United States where I use Topo Maps Plus to plan, to organize, and communicate to get the most out of the adventure and to get home safely. So let's look at the most useful features of the Topo Maps Plus app. Simple and practical. Topo Maps Plus is super easy to take with you because it's just on your phone in your pocket, and it gives you reliable GPS without any cell service or Wi-Fi. Let me orient you to the main screen buttons. This icon in the top right corner is the main menu, and you can see you can add your own photo there. Tap on that icon, and this is where all of your saved stuff lives. Routes, tracks, waypoints, regions, folders, share links, help center, even your settings. There's a lot of usability here, and I recommend you pause the video for just 2 minutes to take a look at each feature. You don't have to understand it all yet, just familiarize yourself with it. Down here in the lower left is your hike menu. These are your trail tools for fast access on the go. To add something to your map, you hit this plus. This is where you create waypoints and routes. This is the share, export, and print. It's how you send your data, export it, and print it. The search is how you find trails, parks, mountains, or your own saved data. This button is how you get to your map tools and overlays. This is how you switch dashboards and control all your map options. In the bottom right-hand corner is your location arrow. Tap once and it centers on your location. Tap it again and it rotates the map to your compass heading. Okay, that's an overview of the main menu. Now let's make the map itself make sense, because a wrong map can sabotage a great plan. Let me show you how to download maps of your favorite hiking and backpacking areas, because if you don't download the maps before you go, the app can't help you when it matters. Downloading these maps is what allows you to use Topo Maps Plus offline. So first you want to download your map area, and that means you got to choose the area for your trip. You can zoom in to see the details, you can zoom out to make sure that you're getting the entire area. But here is the area of the trip that we're going to plan. This is on the east side of the Bob Marshall Wilderness. And next, what you want to do, once you have that area on your screen centered, you want to tap this icon for maps. And what you'll see is that certain types of maps will come up right here. You want to select your base map. Topo Maps Plus has a lot of maps, and different maps work better for different purposes, so no single map is perfect, but I recommend starting with the two best all-purpose maps. The Natural Atlas map, which is often the only map I use. It has USGS level detail, updated trail info, and backcountry features like timberline creeks, trails, glaciers, plus it's easy to read at all zoom levels, and it's constantly updated. The US Forest Service map is also great for planning and on-trail navigation. It includes key features like timberline, glaciers, seasonal creeks, but coverage isn't everywhere, and it often excludes national parks. So let's download the Natural Atlas map. Next, click Download, and you'll see these various map tiles. Which map tiles do you want? You can zoom out to see a bigger area, or zoom in, you can see this is the area that I want. So I'm going to hit Select and then Next. And it is going to begin to download that map. And you can see that it'll show a file size while it's downloading. All right, when the download is complete, tap Done. And now the map is stored on your phone, and that's what allows you to use the GPS even when you're out of cell phone coverage, away from Wi-Fi, and offline. Now let's organize what you're seeing. This map section is about one simple idea. It shows you what you want, and it hides what you don't. Inside this map menu, you're gonna find some really cool stuff. This first area is the map details. Map details let you turn on and off helpful visual layers so you can do things like mark trails and show peaks and highlight private and public land. Icons in the Team and My Data section allow you to show or hide the info you need for each trip. My Data shows the routes and waypoints you've created. Recording Track shows live stats on screen while you're hiking. And My Photos shows photos taken on the trail. This is one of my favorite features in Topo Maps Plus. Topo Maps Plus analyzes the GPS data from your photos and shows them right on the map so you can see exactly where you took them. The first time I used Topo Maps Plus was on an R&D trip with my son. We were scouting a new route that I wanted to bring participants on the following summer. Several days in, we bushwhacked off trail and found what is now one of my absolute favorite campsites in the US. And I wanted to be able to find it again. So I went back to the trail and snapped a couple of photos where we verged off into the woods. And the next summer, the photo layering feature enabled me to locate the turnoff point and find the campsite. No problem. I love this feature. Just remember to enable photo permissions in your iPhone settings, go to the Topo Maps Plus app, click on Photos, and toggle on Allow. The Grid and Navigation section enables you to toggle on and off things like the map scale and compass heading, which are pretty helpful when navigating. And then there's the Weather section. What? Oh yeah. You can enable things like US snowpack to view weather station data in the area, and that can give you things like snow depth, precipitation, and temperature. I find this super helpful for monitoring trail accessibility, gauging runoff, and optimizing fishing spots. And finally, there is the map size toggle, where you can make the map larger and easier to read. The bottom line is this: you get full control of your layer so you can customize your map exactly the way you want it. Hey, if you skip video 1, go back and watch it. That's where I build the foundation of smart trip planning. And if you haven't watched video 2, do it. That's where I show you how to combine map, compass, and GPS into one resilient navigation system. But now let's look at terrain in 3D. This is pretty cool. 3D maps brings your routes to life. So zoom in on the area that you want to see. Let's go to the Chinese wall here in the Bob. Then click on Maps and click on 3D Maps. A binocular icon appears that shows you where you are and which direction you're facing. And inside this 3D window, you can zoom in and out to see climbs, and you can rotate to see features around you. How amazing is that? It not only helps you see where you are and where you're going, but it also can keep you from some surprises that you hadn't planned on. All right, now I want to walk you through a simple workflow so you can plan your next backpacking trip with Topo Maps Plus app. All right, you've already downloaded the maps of the area and set up the overlays you want to be visible. Now let's plan your actual route. All right, we're going to create a long route in the Bob Marshall Wilderness that enables us to go check out the Chinese Wall. And we're going to start here on Gibson Reservoir, right here at this trailhead. Find your trailhead, our starting point, and zoom in. Now go to the plus and tap on Add Route. Then under Select a Method, tap on Snap to Trails. Take this crosshair that appears and put it right over the trailhead and hit Start. Now tap forward along the trail as many times as you need to. And we're going to stop right here on the first night. You can see that this is a little over 6 miles, which with a heavy pack on the first day, still getting acclimated, makes sense for my participants. Now hit Save. We're going to rename this route day 1, because that in fact is what it is. And you can see that day 1 is 6.13 miles with no real elevation gain, just 24 feet, because we've just walked along the bank of this reservoir. And finally, I'm not a big fan of this purple color, so I'm going to click on the route and I'm going to change the color of that route trail to orange. I find that just a little bit easier to see. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on this plus and add a waypoint, because this is going to be the first campsite. So I'm going to add a waypoint right there, and that icon is my camping icon. You can change this to various icons in this icon menu. You can see that there are just a bunch of different ones, but I like this map icon in the color blue. So you can change the color and get it exactly how you want, and that is the icon that I want to put right here. And I'm also going to change the name of that icon to Camp 1, because that is my first campsite. Next, you want to repeat that step for each segment of your trail, adding waypoints for each of your campsites. Let's do that. Okay, let's continue for day 2. So we're going to add a new route, and we're going to start right here at this campsite with tap to snap to trails. And then we are going to start tapping until we have day 2 down. And you can see as I tap, it already adds up the miles for me. So if I'm looking to go somewhere between 6 and 10 miles, depending on the topography, I can find campsites that are at a reasonable day's distance for my group. Now, I just so happen to want to camp right here. It is 8.5 miles away, and that's a good day on fairly flat topography. And this is just a great campsite near water. It has some shaded area and some open meadows and some really good fishing. So click save, and you can see what comes up again. The distance, the elevation gain. You can do the trail flyover, and you have an elevation profile with any photos that you take along the way. And I want to name this segment day 2. And again, I'm going to change the color to that great orange. And click here, add a waypoint, mark that beautiful campsite, and this is going to be renamed as Camp 2. Done. And so continue this process, making a new route for every day that you're hiking and adding a waypoint for the campsite where you plan to stay. Now you have your entire route planned and your waypoints along the way that mark where you're going to camp. So you can determine the appropriate length of your hike for each day. It's such a simple, quick, and accurate way to plan wisely. Pretty sweet, huh? And remember, add as many waypoints as you want. Waypoints don't just mark campsites. They can mark water stops or hazards, really good views, fishing spots, anything you want to stand out. The point is you get to create your own custom map with all those important spots immediately visible. Halfway through a 9-day solo canoe trip in the Boundary Waters, I came to a portage that I couldn't find. And on the right side of the river was a steep embankment that really didn't look like a portage, but it was obvious that a ton of people had gone that way. The left side looked like it's where the portage should be, but the water was really high because it was just a few days after ice out and I couldn't really get there. But I took several pictures of both areas and then proceeded to the embankment on the right. It was not the portage, and I ended up bushwhacking for more than 3 hours, and my arms and legs really took a beating. And when I got back to the outfitter, I asked about that location and they told me that yes, indeed, the portage was on the left. And now the left side of the river is marked on my Topo Maps Plus app as a waypoint. And I added one of the photos I took to that waypoint so that I can see exactly where that portage is and what it looks like the next time I go back, and I won't make the same mistake twice. Hey, check out that video of my 9-day canoe solo. The link is below. All right, now let's talk about what happens when you're actually on the trail. Everything so far has been before you leave home. Now let's shift to on the trail tools. And for this, we're gonna head down to the bottom left-hand corner of the app. Tap the little hike icon. And in this menu box, you can see coordinates and elevation and compass heading. You can tap record and choose your activity. And then you get live stats from the app. The time, the distance, the speed, the elevation gain, all live on your screen. And if you don't want to see it, you simply just pop it down there. You can start, you can pause, and you can end your hiking route. And all your tracks are saved in the settings menu under tracks. Guide Me creates a live directional arrow that points you toward the waypoint in real time, kind of like a digital bearing. Measure calculates distance between 2 points instantly, which is super helpful for checking mileage to water or camp or that honey hole where you caught that enormous trout. An icon lets you customize that symbol color and size so that locations stand out instantly. Now, once your routes and waypoints are all built, don't keep the plan to yourself. Share it. Here's how. You might think this isn't necessary, but here's the truth. Phones run out of battery, paper doesn't. And that could be the difference between being mildly lost and never found. So let's print the map of your trip. First, select the map area you want to print. Adjust the size by zooming in or out. This is the perfect size for me. Now we're going to hit that share icon and then print map. And what you'll see is an example of that PDF is going to come up. So I'm actually going to zoom in even a little bit more. I'm going to tap preview. And it's going to pull up exactly what it's going to print. And now I'm going to hit this share icon again. And I can send this in a text message, an email, or I can hit print and it'll go to my printer. I select that brother printer and boom, I'm going to print. And voila, and voila, and voila. I like to print daily map segments for participants because it gives participants an opportunity to see and participate in the navigation of the day. And I'll often ask one of the guys, hey, show me where you think we are, to encourage and teach navigation skills on the go. Hey, if you made it this far, you're not just someone who downloaded an app. Now you actually know how to use it. You have a simple system to plan well, navigate wisely, and communicate clearly. If you skip video 1, go back and watch it. That's where we build the foundation of smart trip planning. And if you haven't watched video 2, do it. That's where I show you how to combine map, compass, and GPS into one resilient system. And remember, don't just buy great outdoor gear and gadgets, get out there and use them.